If you're like me, you like sitting down and watching a great movie, or even spending time binge watching the latest TV show that everyone's talking about on Twitter, Instagram, or even showing off on TikTok. If you're like me, sometimes you watch TV shows and movies and man, I really need to get in this business because I know I can make a TV show and movie that everyone's going to like. I'm here to help you. My name is Brittany Haigler, and I'm going to share with you 5 steps you can take or you should take if you're interested in writing your own TV show or movie script. Stay tuned. Okay, you're probably saying, who is this woman and why should I be listening to her? Well, I'm actually an award-winning screenwriter who, through God's grace, was able to go to Hollywood for an award ceremony for my first TV pilot. And so I know a little bit about screenwriting. I even went to school for screenwriting. I went to Temple University for film and media arts for a couple years, graduated, and I have a heart for screenwriting. And so if you're interested in movies and TV shows and you like watching it, here's your chance to find out ways that you can actually write them yourself. It is not that hard. We all have creativity in us because God created us, and He's the creator of all things. So I know that you are a creator, and you can think of different things, and what you have in your mind is probably something that we want to see. So stick around. I have 5 things I want to share with you, and hopefully you'll take it and be able to write your first material. Step 1, create a logline and develop your characters. And so when we watch movies and TV shows, we always see the final product, but there's a lot that goes into creating a movie or a TV show. And so the first step is you got to come up with an idea, right? So think of something that you would like to see. Maybe it's an action film where someone saves the day, like maybe a cop show, a cop movie. Maybe it's something like drama where it's very thought-provoking and cause a lot of emotions into people. Maybe you want to write a comedy that's going to cause everyone to laugh and just all their cares move away and all they can do is laugh and have a good time. Or you might want to create one that's more faith-based and it talks about God and miracles. Whatever you choose, know that it's very important to have a genre. But with the genre, you have to create a log line. And a log line is for all the hook the audience and a reader in. And it's simply a 1 to 2 sentence summary of your movie or TV show. What is it about? What's the synopsis of it? So that's what you're going to do. Another part of step 1 is to create the characters. So once you have a story idea, once you have your log line, then you have to create the characters. Who's your protagonist, your main character? Who's your protagonist, antagonist, or enemy? There's always usually a good guy or a bad guy, or there's usually a main character, protagonist, or an obstacle that can play like an antagonist, which is just just usually, like I said, a bad guy. So you definitely want to create a logline and create characters. Characters, again, you want them to be diverse, have a background story about them. How did they become the person they are? Why should we care about them? So make sure you have a complex character that we can also relate to. All right, let's go to number 2. So step 2 is write an outline. And this could be tedious, right? Tedious. This could be very tedious for you because you're so excited now. You have your idea. You want to get right into writing it and just going with the flow and just writing your story and your characters and the setting. But it's very important to write an outline. You should know the beginning to the end and the middle. You got a beginning, middle, and end. And you want to have go by step by step by step. That way you won't have any holes. And when readers and viewers watch a movie or a TV show, they're looking for holes. They're looking for things that maybe they didn't think this through. So you want to think things through by creating an outline. And how you do your outline is usually an Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, and sometimes an Act 4. You want to be able to have your scenes. How many scenes are going to be in your act? Where are the scenes going to be? What's happening in every scene? And that way, when you're finished writing your outline, you know from the beginning to the end. You know what's happening in the middle. You see how everything flows. It sounds like a realistic story. And so an outline is very important before you curate the script. And also, outlines are very important because it makes it easier to write your story. You'll immediately go flowing. You won't have you have writer's block. You know exactly. Writer's block is basically when you're writing, you just don't know what else to write. You just can't think of anything. Well, your outline will help you to be able to write everything there. So once you write your script, everything flows. So number 1, what do we say? Create a log line and develop your characters. Number 2, write your outline. Let's get on number 3. Number 3 is write a treatment. What is a treatment? What does that look like? Well, a treatment is basically it's the synopsis of your script or your movie script or your TV show. Treatment is usually for your writers. It's usually for those who are your investors, those who are going to support your story, because you gotta have money to make a movie or a TV show. So you want to have people who know your story and they will back it. So a treatment is all that. Your treatment will usually have your log line, your characters, your setting, your outline, what to expect is going to happen to your in your story and movie, and all that. The treatment is very important. It's just an overview of your movie or TV show, and that's just a lot of treatments are sometimes can be 5 pages. When I write my treatments, I like to be very thorough and detailed, so I put everything in there. That way, whoever reads it can run with it. The Bible talks about, make the vision, write the vision down, make it plain in Habakkuk 2:2. And so treatment is your opportunity to write your vision down as a treatment, as your story, and that those who are going to read it, they may have money. They're going to believe in it more because they see everything together and they'll run with it. And there you go. You have your funding. Let's go to number 4. Now it's time for the big thing, right? It's time to write your script. Ooh, exciting. I hope it's exciting for you because writing a script is very, very cool. A lot of people don't know how to write a script, but I'm giving you tips on how to write your own script. And to be honest, there's a lot of people, investors, who are looking for the next big thing. And so you have the next big thing right up in here. All you have to do is put it on paper, or in our case nowadays, on our laptops and computers. And so writing your script, you have your characters, you know them from the back of your hand. You have a log line, so you already know how to draw your readers and viewers in. You have your outline, so you know what's happening from beginning to end. And you also have your treatment, which just brings it all together. So you're ready for your script, okay? So when you write your script, you gotta have Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, sometimes Act 4. Act 1 is usually Act 1 and Act 2 can be your beginning. Act 2 and 3 will be your middle. And then Act 4 is your ending. But again, if you only have Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, well, obviously Act 1 is your beginning. Act 2 is your middle. And Act 3 is your end. Okay? And so take your time. Write the script. The first time it doesn't have to be perfect when you write your script because step 5 is coming up. And that it is revise your script. That's number 5. You gotta revise your script. Go back to after you finish writing your script, which could be between 1 to 120 pages if it's a 2-hour. Because if you didn't know, a page equals 1 minute in film and television. So if you write a page of your story, that equals a minute. So think about a 2-hour movie. That's 60 minutes an hour, right? So 2 hours is 120 minutes, which means that your script might be 120 pages. Because it's 1 minute, 1 page. Yeah, it's a lot into it, but I believe in you. And one thing you can always do is ask God. That's how I started. I started this whole thing by asking God to give me an idea, and He gave it to me. And we were able to go to Hollywood. So trust God in the process. Put God in the middle of your process. So those are the 5 steps to creating your first screenplay, whether that is a TV pilot or a movie script. Let's go over this one more time. Number 1, the first thing you want to have is a log line and your characters developed. Number 2, you want to have an outline. Outline your story before you write it. Number 3, treat a treatment so that people who will read your treatment will know your story from the back, overall, and you can get some funding. Number 4, write your script. Write your script. It's time to write. And number 5, revise your script. You could always make it better. And so it makes it easier for you when you write your script to know that it doesn't have to be perfect the first time. Sometimes it takes a third time. And so I hope I helped you. I hope it has encouraged someone out there who's watching to want to write their first script, because we need more screenwriters out here. And I can't wait to see your work. And again, pray over your stuff. If you're one who prays, pray over your stuff and watch God make a miracle happen through you. So I'm excited to see your work. Keep doing great things, guys and girls. And thanks for listening. Brittany, out. Bye.